We need to be thinking globally. We need to be thinking about all the things that are going on in the world and making some kind of an outreach into that. And so that's, of course, one of the things that attracts me about Damanhur. They're not only dreamers, they're doers, and they don't just do for themselves, but they have a lot of active outreach into the world. And you're principally involved in that outreach, which is how I met you. And so I really love that, and I want more and more networking and closeness and pulling together an alternative world rather than trying to transform the institutions that are entrenched in their money orientation, pulling away from that and creating a new culture. And eventually, if it's as good as I feel it is, and those of us who come together, and you people here in all these places, our hope, of course, is that the rest of the world will look on and say, hey, they're living better than I am. Maybe I'm on the wrong track here. Maybe I should try and figure out what they're doing. One of the things that's interesting to me was that just before my first visit 5 years ago or so, I had just finished writing a book called Changing the World, and that came out of a course I was teaching at a Waldorf high school with kids who wanted to change the world. And I devised in that book a vision of a eco-village community that would have everything that I would want to have in it if I were living in a community. So it was for me, you know, and it had an art school and a music school and a theater school and, you know, all the things that I love in it, plus the educational system and the farming and the energy producing and all that stuff. So I wrote the full book and looked at everything in life that I thought people might be interested in that would be nice, and put it all in there. And I read it to one of my camps, and they said, yeah, that's very nice. And then I did a camp just down the road from here. And I said, let's go visit that Damanhur. Well, we're here, we're only 15 minutes away or so. And we came, and lo and behold, here it was. I'd been working on it very, you know, out of my sight, and did exactly the things, the basic things that I was interested in. I think what impresses me most, I think I mentioned this about Damanhur, is that, well, it began with the dream of somebody and other people connected to that dream, but there's a lot of people out there dreaming all the time, and they had to put it into action. And as soon as they started doing that, a lot of people started to gather around and say, oh, this is really happening. But they didn't just sit back and say, well, we're going to have a nice life for ourselves and take care of each other in the land and so forth. They began huge, incredible scale things like the Temple to Humankind and all that. They are really active, creatively active, physically active in all areas of what I think is important for human society. And I love that. So I hope to be coming again and again.